Welcome to another 100 Trades interview, episode number 8, another one by Ty Trades. His name actually isn't Ty Trades. I call him Ty Trades because that's how I named the files, Ty Trades, because it's Ty's Trades. His name's actually just Ty, but we're calling him Ty Trades from now on. So Ty Trades, another video in review by him. I'm going to do his markup in a second here. But before we get into that, let's talk about Chart Raiders for a second. Chart Raiders is a platform that I've been developing that's going to be launching soon. It's a day trading software where we have a ton of stuff coming out. I'm not going to chew your ear off in this video about it too much other than to say, go look at my other YouTube channel, Chart Raiders. Join the social media side of all the Chart Raiders, Instagram, TikTok, everything that we have for Chart Raiders to keep up to date to it. And yeah, wait for the launch, which is coming soon. And yeah, enjoy. Let's get right into the trade. Okay, Ty Trades number 2.
Shorted 476 this 1 minute. The wick, not really concerned about it. Hard closing this
So
1 minute or anything because we have a 5 minute.
He shorted 476. Is that what he said? Let's rewind this. I missed out first thing.
Shorted 476 this 1 minute.
Right there. Okay, he has an open short right here.
Hard closing this 1 minute or anything because we have a 5 minute origin.
Okay, let's see. So it goes down, it rips up. Okay, I think his short is way too premature here. I'm going to start out by saying that right off the hop. I think this short is going to go up a bit before it goes down. If I was targeting something, I would like to target something in here as a 5 minute chart. You might have a reverse level in here somewhere, but more realistically, what I'd like to see, like I don't know what this target. Okay, so he has an hourly. It's a trend. Your trend is going to end up around here. Maybe you can target this hourly again. Well, let's just see what happens. But I think maybe this short may be premature. I can't really tell where a good short would be. If I had to guess, I would say like this back targets this ladder's here, that ladder's there, this ladder's here. I would say maybe somewhere in and around this wick right here, which if I kind of drag it over all the way to the screen, maybe in and about here would be a better short than this. And I think you could even go higher, but I would just like to start opening this assessment by saying, okay, what other levels deeper are there? So you have an origin level here. You could have possible reverses in here, and this move might not even be done. It might be going to test the top of this up here and slightly even above it to create an origin off this time frame, or there might be a hold level in here. So with that said, I don't really like this 1 minute short. I think you can aim higher in the trade. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a bad short. Let's just hit play and see what happens. But whenever I take any position, I always like to say, okay, where could this thing possibly go? Find every single level and just pick the greediest one. And if something else stops it along the way, then fine, so be it. And I just take re-entry, but at least I know that it's hit its final level instead of trying to take every level first and then, panicking when they're just hitting through levels. Sometimes I just wait to see the final level hit and then take the re-entry when I know the confirmation is hit.
I was anticipating this interior range to wick out, break the ladder point, target this hourly, which is the -1 to this 4, which I think is target anyways, so I'm not really concerned about how this develops at all, to be honest. Pretty confident in this move down to this 4 hour.
Take
profit just outside
versus Ty. I say he shouldn't enter. He says he's confident in the move.
My computer for a bit, come back and see it's doing as expected. Usually with these types of trades.
Okay, so yeah, like it looks like it did go a bit above where he entered. So he entered, let's just rewind it here for a second. So he entered on that big nasty wick there. Let's fast forward this. That's that big nasty wick he entered on. And then it looks like it does go down a bit and come up to this next target. So I think 537 is obviously like what we said before. That's a bit of a better trade there. And then when it hits that and pulls back, you can take re-entry. Now, nor here nor there. I'm assuming he's in profits, which is congratulations to him. But I think you can just edge out your entry a little better by just marking every single level that could possibly hit. Reverse levels, origins, hold levels, interior trends. You just mark it all and you literally just say which one is the greediest level. Let me go after that. Unless you have a strong feeling, combo levels, bigger time frames being developed, comparative analysis, seeing if there's a 5 minute hold level about to be created, things like that. Like you just want to see everything on the chart and take the greediest part. Now, with that said, he's in a good trade. It looks like he's in profits, but you always just want to be mindful that you can always get a better entry, and there's nothing wrong with missing a trade. You can always get re-entry. You could have let this thing hit the next 7 levels if it goes straight up for 7 more levels, not take the trade and just wait for the final level to be hit. And when that pullback happens off that level, then you can say, oh, hey, I didn't get perfect entry, but at least I didn't enter way too soon. I can get re-entry even though it's 5 or 10% less or below the level that it hit, right? So like I think that's just a good mentality to carry forward.
Baseline in this example is the 5 minute, but I guess you could say it was a bit of FOMO. I entered this 1 minute here.
Bit of FOMO.
But I was pretty confident this 5 minutes.
See, like here's the perfect example. This is exactly what I was talking about. You can see the levels hit right dead on your screen. You can see it's hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. You would have had ample time to enter this trade. You had multiple tests on this candle, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, again, I think he's in a good spot. He's in profit, so let's not nitpick Ty trades. But like, you always want to work on your ability to become a better trader. So again, great job by Ty so far. And even this, it's hitting the backside right here, and then you see it hit the backside. Even if you entered here, you're actually still $20 better than your original entry, even after you waited and got the second re-entry.
Just above this.
Or the third re-entry.
This ladder point down here. It's most likely going to hit this 4-hour, but I'm just going to take
I like his origin there. Nice origin, dude.
Secure my 5-hour and just step away.
Dude, I like your origin, man. I don't know why I did that voice, but that's okay. We're going with it. Hopefully this is the banger he's hoping for. It looks like his take profit's down there at 26,072, or maybe above it a bit.
We come up to this 5-minute origin, which was the final trail before it broke up outside of the range. Maybe come a bit higher, I don't know. But anywhere around here. Come up to there, come down, break these ladder points. There might be like a final hold level or something.
Okay, so if he thinks we're going back up for that re-entry, he should have been taking his profits and just re-entering here at 459, because 476, his original entry, is very close to that. He should have been taking profits down here in this 300 range, or however low this went. That would have been almost a 1% trade, or an 80% trade on 100x.
We have a small move up.
No problem, though. That's not to say it is going to move up,
on the downside,
right? But if that's what he thinks, I do think you take your profits there and enter 2 separate trades. I think this is something traders don't do enough.
Dump. That's a scenario that company.
I think traders need to focus more on taking a high quantity of trades, like enter trades, get out of trades. Yeah, see, it went right to his 459 here. Perfect. So it would have been a great re-entry.
Scenario.
Right? This is exactly like he's calling this stuff out perfectly. Like, great job for Ty, and heads up for seeing that.
Now. Hopefully hit our target soon. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
We're gonna pause it because like me and Ty are talking over each other here. We're about to get into a fight. Like, this is great. His TA's on fire. He's doing the right things. He enters a little prematurely, and he didn't recognize the fact that he could have taken a second trade on this and a re-entry into this trade. So if he's not realizing that he can get a second entry on this trade, then he needs to just be focusing a little bit more on his execution layer of trading. He needs to be focusing a bit more on how can I make profits every day. If I think it's going to go back up, why don't I take profits right now and then get the re-entry? And if you miss the re-entry, at least you take your profits and lock it up. It's not like you're playing for a 10% trade with 100x where you're making a solid 1,000%. He's not playing for that here. He's playing for 100, 200% trades. So take the re-entry, get greedier on your first entries. Don't be afraid to close those trades to get re-entries. Like, look, this thing laddered the bottom nicely. Here, I'll go back to the other screen here. Look, this thing laddered the bottom nicely. You have this level here, which is the bottom. It ladders slightly above it here. And then when it comes back to test this candle, he really should have been exiting. So like, whatever the test of this wick is, he should have been exiting right there. And he even got a third chance to get out in order to re-enter, and then he would have just locked up bonus profits. I think it's just execution layer, right? You got to just get more comfortable with getting greedier and taking profits when you can, and just re-entering these trades, finding these spots and re-entering trades. Fast forward it a bit here. It's dead zone in the audio. No, it's going down nicely. Okay, let's go back here.
Went to go and eat lunch.
Wait a second here. Okay, so you've got like this split in the candles. I just want to visually remember you have like a split in the candles there. Is that a different time frame? Why am I brain deading? Yeah, he switched to a 15-minute time frame.
Right after, like, around here-ish.
There it is, the split of time frames. Okay, so here's where the red flag is, right? You have the bottom of the move here. It ladders to here. It ladders to here. This holds the move and ladders, and then you gain this hold level here. So when you gain this hold level, you need to be able to see that, hey, we're going back up. We're back testing this. You need to exit on this hold level as if you were entering a long right here, because that's exactly how you'd enter a long. You'd say ladder to here, ladder to here, ladder to here, created this hold level, held the move. It's now a reverse in the future. When creates this hold level, it's a reverse in the future. Are you really going to wait for this exit reverse instead of this for a few dollars? No, because you'd also be entering a long right here because you are laddering the move and you're creating hold levels and breaking above them, back testing them, and then moving up after. So like, you could have exited if this broke, you could have exited on this touch. I think you need to look at this trade and say, okay, we're starting to move up, and this is exactly what you would be looking for. And that's a great way to look at exits on trades. Where would you enter a trade long is exactly where you should exit. So that's like the golden advice of this video is whenever you're in a trade, if you're in a long, say, where would I enter short on this trade? And that's where it goes. that's where you exit. And if you're in a short on the trade, you do the opposite and you'd say, okay, if I'm in this trade monitoring it, where would I start to long if I was thinking about a long position? If that's where you're going to long, you should just be, that's where you get out. That's your trigger. That's how you get out of the trade. And this is exactly it. It laddered here, 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 created a 5 minute, went above it, back tested it, hard closed, starting to move up, breaks over this. You've got all the writings on the wall here. So hopefully he did that.
And this was the origin. I had my stop break even, which was like around here, around where this backside was, because I thought that this range had to hold in order to break down. So ended up getting stopped out break even, which is cool.
My hand is
Nothing
itchy.
lost.
That means there's money coming.
Didn't even.
I think Ty's about to hit $1 million trade.
Yeah.
Next
sure,
video
yeah,
3 is going to be a
476
banger. He
is
submitted
one
3 videos. Let's go check out video number 3. Great job on the trade, Ty. Just get a little more greedy on your entries and manage your exits where you think you're going to break those triggers.